Hi, Burnett from Burnett.com. Hey, I thought we'd talk a little bit today about Tai Chi and aerobic exercise. Aerobic exercise is something that's very good for us as human beings, and we tend to think of aerobics as a very, very high energy, like jumping up and down and doing calisthenics and stuff, and getting your heart beating like really, really fast, and sweating and breathing hard. And yes, those can be qualities of aerobic exercise, but the main quality of aerobic exercise is that you're using the oxygen that you're breathing as you go, as opposed to building up an oxygen debt. That would be anaerobic exercise. If I just jumped down on the ground and did a bunch of push-ups, that would be an anaerobic exercise, because I'd be done and I'd have a little bit of an oxygen debt. So aerobic exercise is really, really good for us human beings. Doing 10 or 15 minutes a day of aerobic exercise is fantastic for your body. It's really good for developing fat-burning enzymes, working on your breath and your heart and blood delivery systems, and in general just toning up and getting your body into kind of a more fat-burning mode of being, as opposed to just sugar, sugar, sugar. And it's great for losing weight if you think about it in the long term, not 6 weeks trying to lose 25 pounds. If you do 10 or 15 minutes of aerobic exercise every single day, you will gradually increase your lean muscle mass, and eventually you will start to lose weight. You'll start to burn fat when you're sleeping. But what about Tai Chi? If you're doing a decent long form that's a half an hour to an hour long, our long form is symmetrical, so it's almost an hour or an hour long, you are going to be doing low-level or mild aerobic exercise, because you're going to be using the oxygen that you're breathing as you go. It's not going to get your heart going super fast, and it's not going to turn you into a fat-burning machine, but it's not going to set you backwards, that's for sure. A way to take your Tai Chi practice and make it more aerobic, to the point where, yeah, it might very well be something that gets your heart going and gets your breath going. I'm going to just demonstrate a few ways that you can do that. I don't like to check my pulse. I just find it kind of a pain in the butt. So what I do is I try to get myself to the level where I'm breathing hard, but I'm not out of breath. I can still talk. If I can still talk or sing while I'm exercising, then I know I'm in the right zone. But I'm breathing hard, just not too hard. One of the most simple things you can do, if you think of like your basic front stance, whatever the front stance in your system is just going from one to the other, one side to the other. I'm just switching my feet like that. And so I'm using my big muscles, I'm going back and forth, and I'm in a fairly low impact, which is good for someone like me, especially because I'm kind of prone to tendinitis. My soft tissue in my body in general is soft, and it's not sturdy, so I have to be careful. So I'm just switching from one to the other. And notice I'm keeping the circle here. I'm not doing this. I'm keeping that circle, keeping that space there. And once you've got that going, you can just add one of the hand movements. So I'm stepping back to hold the ball, and then I'm doing parting horses knee. I'm just going to show some different angles on this. So this is another way to do it. You can do it in a circle. And I'm not doing this super hard. I'm not trying to snap it like that. I'm just going through that motion, but I'm changing my feet each time. And I can change that to brush knee. Like that. Trying to maintain decent posture as I do this. And you can hear I'm probably, starting to get a little bit out of breath. So these are couple of real basic Tai Chi movements that you can do in place, anywhere. You can do it at home, you can do it to music, but I'm reinforcing my Tai Chi patterns here while I'm exercising a little bit more and getting a little bit more speed into things. And I'm continually working my legs, switching back and forth like that. I can also switch to, say, fan through back. We do kind of a low fan through back in this style. If you do the high one, you can do that, like that. You can do bow to shoot tiger. Hope I'm staying in frame, but it's this kind of movement here. You can do Fair Lady Work shuttles. From corner to corner. You can do punch, 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 and then you can just take a break and just let your hands float up, and you can just do kicks. You can do heel kicks like that. You can do a little higher heel kicks like that. You can do side kicks, back kicks, you can do toe kicks, you can do two kicks. Various ways of doing double kicks like that. You can do jumping kicks if you want to. A little more impact on that one. Right. And then you come back to one of the basics. If you know some Sei Shingi 5 animals, you can do pounding. You can do Bung Chuan, you know, the low punch. Just trying to keep it in place. I'm not doing a lot of movement. I'm thinking like that you might want to do this indoors. Crossing. Let's see, there, there, there. You can do splitting. Just in place, nice and easy. I'm not trying to snap my joints or do any, something that's going to harm the joint. I'm not trying to like that, just going through that motion and moving my body through space, drilling. There. So you can see I'm getting a little bit out of breath, but imagine me doing this for a half an hour straight. Doing various movements like just picking up the speed a little bit. Can't caution you enough about keeping the space here. Don't twist around. Keep the space all the time. Another thing that you can do if you want to step it up another level is you can kind of run in place like this and just do strikes. So I'm just striking like this. And I can do that faster, that, or I can go uppercuts like that, or elbows back like that. But basically it's just running in place like this. It kind of might look a little silly, but you're working your legs and you're throwing those punches in there. And they're loose. They're comfortable. I'm not snapping these because I got nothing to absorb that impact except my own joints. So I'm basically just making a circle like this, and I can go downwards, I can go up, go elbows, and that really gets the heart going even more and the breath going even more. So you imagine if you did that for half an hour straight, and even if you had the body consciousness and the alignment stuff just down, you could do it while you watched a movie or something. It doesn't have to be full-on attention, but you can feel I'm a little bit out of breath, so I would maintain this level right now for 10 minutes, 10 or 15 minutes minimum, and yeah, really good for developing that aerobic capacity. Of course, I have to say, if you have any concerns or medical problems or difficulties, or if you haven't exercised in a long time, really good idea to consult with a physician, consult with a health practitioner before you embark on something aerobic. But if you're doing the mellow, kind of a mellow version, your chances of injury are pretty minimal. And of course, if anything hurts or starts to, bug you, get sore, stop, ask your teacher, ask an exercise professional about your alignment and what you're doing. But it's just some ways to use Tai Chi type movements to get the heart and lungs going a little bit. Because I know we spend so much time moving slowly, that and doing low-level aerobic exercise, sometimes it's nice to step it up a little bit. So I try to do anywhere between 5 and minutes and maybe half an hour of this every day, and really has made a difference for me, both in terms of my strength and mobility and movement, but also lost a little bit of weight, and I just feel stronger and more agile and more mobile in general. So thanks for watching. If you like this kind of thing, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and or visit my website, gburnett.com.